Hey friends, welcome back to another Vessel of Mercy workout. I'm so glad you're here. I'm a little bit out of shape. I have not been committed to my workouts recently, so I'm getting back on it because they're only like 15 minutes, so I can do that. Also, there's something rustling in those little bushes over there, and I'm really hoping it's not Bob, our snake. Yes, we name our snake. Kind of makes it feel like he's not as scary, but I don't like snakes. And so hopefully he doesn't come out during my workout. All right, take a look at these exercises. These are the ones we are going to be doing this workout, and it will be great. So let's get started. This is a full body coordination heavy movement, so precision matters more than speed here. Take your time, stay controlled throughout this movement. And one way to help you do that, you can keep your chest up, your core engaged, and your shoulders relaxed. As you step out to the side with your working leg, push your hips back and bend that knee while you keep your opposite leg straight. And make sure you're only lowering as far as your mobility will allow. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the drive out of the lunge. So you want to push through your heel of the lunging leg and then begin shifting your weight back to center. Engage your glutes and your core to control the movement. And as you come back to standing, you are driving that knee up, balancing on your standing leg and bringing your knee to about hip height. And remember, don't collapse your chest. You want to stay upright in this exercise. Balance is key, so fix your gaze on a point in front of you. All right, this is a pretty simple core-focused movement that combines a leg raise with an upper body crunch, but you will start to feel fatigued with this pretty quickly, so make sure you're breathing throughout this exercise. Don't hold your breath. I really want you to focus on pressing your lower back into the floor during your leg lift. I know that's difficult, but we want to keep our back on the floor in this exercise. Your goal here is to keep your legs straight on this exercise, but if you need to bend your knees, you can do that. Modify this to make it work for you. All right, your goal here is to keep this movement connected and controlled, not sloppy or rushed. You're working with your lower body and your upper body here. Your posterior chain is working with the hip hinge, and then your upper body is working with your bicep curl. You're going to be standing with your feet hip width apart, and you're keeping your spine neutral and your back flat. You should feel a stretch in your hamstring as you go down through the hip hinge. Your knees should remain slightly bent and you're not squatting through this exercise. And make sure you're squeezing your glutes to bring yourself up. This is a plyometric and stability combo move that is incredible. You are performing quick, reactive hops followed by a controlled, strength-focused landing into a lunge hold. The challenge here is sticking the landing with control, not just moving fast. As you're performing your small, quick hops, you want to stay light and land softly through the balls of your feet. I also want to make sure that you don't rush the lunge. You want to stick it and stabilize before you move again. All right, here you have a great core and coordination move. You want to match your rhythm here. So your right leg is going to go up and your left arm is going to punch. Then your left leg is going to go up and then your right arm is going to punch. You want to move through this smoothly rather than super fast. Really focus here on keeping your lower back glued to the floor and breathing consistently. So you want to exhale with each punch or every few reps. You did such an awesome job on round 1. Now we are on to round 2. You know the exercises, work on your form, and push hard. All right, you're still getting used to this exercise, so move smoothly and not explosively. You can start with a light weight here until your coordination feels natural. Make sure you're keeping your knees tracking over your toes and you don't collapse your chest. Stay upright in this movement. And remember, balance is key with this exercise, so you can fix your gaze on a point in front of you, which will really help you. Also, make sure your core is strong and engaged to keep you upright. So I haven't talked much about the shoulder press in this exercise. So really make sure you're keeping your core tight and avoid leaning or arching as you're pressing that weight up. I really want you to focus on engaging your glutes and your core to lift you out of that lunge into that driving motion for that knee drive. I really want you to listen to your body during these exercises. I don't have great knees, so I am not pushing too far in this side lunge here. I'm going pretty shallow, but that's what works for me. I love this core exercise. You are pressing your lower back gently into the floor as you slowly raise your legs towards the ceiling. You're going to keep them straight as you can, but if you need to bend your knees, that is okay too. Make it work for you. You're going to stop when your legs are about 90 degrees. Breathe well through this exercise. Your exhale is going to come as you press up with that weight and try and touch your toes. All right, we are standing with our feet hip width apart here. We're really focusing on keeping those weights real close to our legs as we're hinging down. This helps with putting pressure on our lower back, and you're keeping a slight bend in your knee as you shift your hips backwards. Make sure your spine is neutral and your back is flat. You're doing so great. You have 10 seconds left. I love that I can get my heart rate up with this exercise using plyometrics and stability and balance. This is such a great move to make us quick on our feet and super strong. And remember, friends, if jumping into that lunge hold is too hard for you, just simply step back and do a reverse lunge. You always want to be able to work these exercises to your ability and your level. Finish these last 10 seconds strong. You've got this. Wait, are you really on the last exercise of round 2? You're doing such a great job. You're flying through this workout. Keep going, keep pushing. Breathe throughout this exercise. You're doing such a great job. And remember, try and have fun with this exercise. Get yourself into a rhythm. I actually cheat a little bit here in this exercise. I use my elbow to push me up to touch my foot. It might be cheating, but that's what I do, and it's still a great exercise. Yep, you made it. You're awesome. You're on round 3. So this is the last time you have to do all of these exercises. So push hard. Did you know that working one side at a time exposes and helps correct strength differences between your left and right? That is exactly what you're doing here with this movement. This exercise has such great functional fitness carryover. It mimics real life and sports movements. You're changing direction, stabilizing on one leg, and you're coordinating your upper and lower body together. Finish these last 10 seconds strong. I absolutely love doing full body strength training exercises. It makes working out quick and effective. The transition from lateral movement to single leg balance to overhead press challenges your nervous system in a way that basic exercises don't. So this is such a great movement pattern. All right, you have 10 seconds left. Work through this movement pattern well, breathing consistently and keeping your core braced. This exercise combines a leg raise and a crunch, so you are hitting your lower abs and your upper abs in this one exercise. Because you are adding weight here, you're increasing the intensity compared to body weight only movements. But this exercise is also scalable for different levels. So if you want it easier, you can bend your knees or remove the weight. If you want it harder, you can slow your tempo down or increase your weight. This exercise improves movement efficiency by combining two exercises. It saves time, keeps workouts more dynamic, and increases training density. You're also improving your mind-muscle coordination through this exercise. You're switching from lower body pattern to an upper body one, which improves control and awareness. This is also scalable for beginners. You can use lighter dumbbells and a smaller hip range. You can also advance it using heavier weights, slower tempo, or you can do a single leg variation of this exercise. Did you know you're building explosive power through this movement? The double hop trains fast twitch muscle fibers, improving your jump ability and speed reactivity. You are also improving your landing mechanics with this exercise by training your body how to absorb force safely. And I know you can feel it, but you are elevating your heart rate quickly with this exercise by combining plyometrics and strength. And you've made it to your last exercise. I know you're tired, but really try and enjoy this last movement pattern. Again, with this core exercise, we are combining our upper abs and our lower abs in this movement. We have improved coordination. You're syncing opposite arm and leg movement, which challenges brain body connection. Well, it's that time again where you keep going, but I say thank you for being here. You're awesome. Thanks for working out. Keep it up and come back for another workout. All right, have a blessed day.